has really helped. Today, we just looking at my calendar, and Mike Doty here says, because he had a phone call from which school?
Iowa Wesleyan.
Yeah, because they're just adding girls and boys wrestling.
They're adding both programs.
And so he wants me to come down for another press conference. It's going to start next year, and it's kind of funny that you would start at a higher level, and that's where the Olympics started. The girls started at the Olympic level. It's just, I guess it was because just young girls, and I don't know. It was one of these things that took a while, but it's working, and we just need to get some more grassroots. And, Iowa is a state that's a little bit behind in female wrestling. Well, you know why? I'm going to tell you right now. There's two. You ever heard of politics?
Yeah.
There's the two main is Republicans and Democrats. There's probably other independents.
Sure.
But there's two main, and they're pretty much fighting today.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that, if you kept up with that.
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something's going on.
Yeah. So so it's hard to get some things done.
Yeah.
Well, Iowa's the only state in the whole country that has an Iowa Girls Association athletics and an Iowa Boys Athletic.
Yes.
And so they're they could probably take a lesson in just working together for the betterment of all sports. And I'm not going to say they're not working together, but they're not as much as they could be. And so we need some help here.
I'm sorry. So, like you said, the help and everything else. There is a push here for the Iowa Girls Athletic Union, and the thing is, what they supposedly is that the president has said that the benchmark is 50 letters in support from Iowa school administrators. All right, and it's a doable goal. 50. You need 50 athletic directors to say and write this, and I'll put something together here. But just like you're saying, it needs to happen, and just put all your politics aside. These girls, this needs to be sanctioned, and it's honestly, from what I'm understanding, they are dragging their feet, even though that it's been reported that over 30 athletic directors said they sent it in. The athletic union is saying we only have 15. They're dragging their feet for no reason. I was very happy about the state tournament that happened up in Waverly in January. I thought that was fantastic.
Well, the thing is, look outside of the state. It is happening. And so I just addressed the coaches a couple weeks ago.
The Iowa Wrestling Coaches and Officials Association.
Oh, yes.
I just was there, and hey, I'm pretty stubborn sometimes, but not when it comes to the growth of the sport of wrestling.
Yeah.
And not when it comes to giving people the same opportunity, both genders, to be able to have confidence, to be able to walk down the streets and feel a little bit safer, to be able to have all the attributes that you need for competition in life, because the people that participate in a sport like wrestling, learn so many things, life skills, nutrition, hygiene. It's just, that's what you learn. And so, we need some more of these coaches to step up. And if they don't have the numbers, then you know what? You're doing a disservice to gender equity.
Yes, 100%.
You really are.
I think more to say, like, to ask your school superintendent to send in a letter of support to Gene Berger. The other thing is you have to have an interest from the student body. Basically, you have to have 15 to 20 girls come out right away, arrange practice times and coaches, and you have to have the proper uniforms and support. That's like you said, support. And in this day and age with gender equity, like, you can't turn your head to this and say it's not. And of all states, we should be the leader, but we're not. But we're conservative, and I can understand that. Yeah.
We're just, but I had a wife, a female.
Yeah.
And I had 4 daughters.
Yeah.
All females. And so I'm kind of hit hard by the female side, but but they grew up at a time when there really wasn't that much opportunity. The last 2 played sports, and the last one wanted to wrestle, but she waited till she was high school, and then her mom just didn't like the idea, only because she waited too long, and she was going to compete against boys. So if it would have been girls, it would have been no problem.
I am happy to report that my daughter 2 years ago started wrestling, and it did not go well for her. She didn't like it. She didn't like the room. But Bettendorf has started a youth program for girls, and she's starting on Monday. So I'm really
Wow.
happy for her.
Good.
What happened there?
It was just that she saw that there was a girls team after the youth pro wrestling practice, and she was kind of messing around. She went to practice with me. I have a son who's in 2nd grade, and I was like, "Do you want to do it? Like, you move pretty well. Do you want to do it?" And I introduced her to Coach Matt Schmidt, and she's like, "Yeah, I'll be here on Monday." So I'm happy that she's going to try out for it, and if it sticks with her, then great. If not, at least she tried it.
Well, we'll take that try out of there. We'll keep her in the sport.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm shipping my 4-year-old over to Militich's house. She's learning MMA and everything.
Guys, is there anything else? I don't want to keep you here all day. You guys have. But Troy, you have any questions, or Serge, or anything? You guys.
Listen, the stories are enough for me. There's nothing I can ask other than just be intrusive. So I just want to thank you for your time and being here and getting the sport of wrestling out there to people that don't know.
Well, you know what? I know we're having a tough time in the United States right now, just in getting people together. But I kind of look at wrestling throughout the world and what it can do to get the people together in the world. Because, the world is a little, sometimes they get contested, and you don't know what's going to happen. And you know what? When Russia is the best country in the world, and when Iran's about the 2nd best country, along with the United States, these are some of the countries that you got to have some common bonds, and some of these common bonds bring people together at high levels. So Putin's office, they got 2 wrestling champions working out of his office in Russia, and just because of wrestling, we're helping politics. We're helping the smoothness. Even though we're competing, we're doing it on the athletic field, and we're having opportunities to maybe keep this world a little bit more at peace. And that's what wrestling does.
Well, Coach, and you bring it up. I mean, it was with Russia and Iran. I mean, Jay, the Iron Sheik of professional wrestling fame was a great champion wrestler.
Right, and
Iranian.
Right,
yeah, Iranian wrestler.
Yeah, and we're pretty good friends. He was at the University of Minnesota where I trained to go to the Olympics at that time, and he was in his heyday. And he actually came out and wrestled me one day, and he didn't do so well. But
You know,
But
Coach,
he did okay.
it was
He
funny
did okay.
when he was with WWE, or I think it was WWF back then.
Yeah.
They came to McElroy Auditorium, and he's doing a
Right.
promo. He goes, and he's doing it in his chic voice.
Yeah.
The great Waterloo, Iowa, home of the greatest wrestler of all time, Danny Gable. He said it on his thing, and me as a little kid,
You're supposed to hate him. I was gonna ask you this: did you ever get approached to do anything goofy from like professional wrestling, like a crossover or anything like that?
I did some things for pro wrestling back in the day, back in the 70s, early 70s, right during that same time we were training for the Olympics. I did some promos, but no, at that time mostly it was bigger guys, and I didn't really have an interest in that. My interest was in just staying in the amateur. I love the coaching aspect of it. So.
we should have had him wrestle Muhammad Ali. That's what I'd have been promoting.
Oh, actually, Muhammad Ali, we both got inducted into the Coca-Cola Hall of Fame at the same year.
Oh, awesome.
And he was starting to lose his voice at that time, even a little bit. He's just talking like this a little bit. And so we both were getting inducted, and he walks up to me, and he whispers in my ear. He goes, "Abel, someday I would really like to wrestle you." I said, "Well, you know what? I'm not boxing you."
This has been one of the best hours I've had in a long time, and obviously on this show. I want to thank you so much for doing this, and Mike, keep up the good work at the National Wrestling Museum. That's the Dan Gable on Twitter. It's Dan Gable Wrestling Museum.
It's a National Wrestling Hall of Fame, Dan Gable Museum.
On Twitter. And then Coach said, support is the number one thing. Anything helps, and get out there. And Iowa has got an incredible home season this year, that you guys can go. And I think it starts on Sunday with Tennessee Chattanooga.
Yes, it does.
And then, but the slate that they have, get out there and get your wrestlers up to Carver Hawkeye Arena to watch, because this is going to be a great year for Iowa. And I'm telling you, I think they're coming for Penn State.
And the very next week, they're in Ames in Hilton Coliseum, and Kevin Dresser is he's moving the needle with that program. And if you're a wrestling fan, every week with Iowa's home schedule, with Iowa State's home schedule, with UNI's home schedule. UNI has Oklahoma State coming in.
Schwab's
January
doing
25th.
wonderful things up there too.
I mean, with those, and then you overlay with Wartburg, Coe College, Loras College. T.J. Miller's doing a great job there. There's not a weekend that you cannot find great college wrestling and then get out and support the women's program. Nick Mitchell, is going for his 9th straight NAIA championship. Grandview.
Yep.
They're starting women's wrestling this year. I mean,
I wanted to mention Indian Hills Community College because they just started too, and they signed Eli Lloyd from Pleasant Valley and Chloe Clemens. Their first men and female that they signed. Indian Hills Community College.
Yeah, that's right. We were just there a couple weeks ago.
Yep,
and
we were there for that.
Fired up about it. Yeah,
that's gonna be great, guys.
And come see the museum.
Yes,
please.
Absolutely.
We just did a $1.4 million renovation. Just had an open house for Bobby Douglas. It was wrestling royalty from all over the country. Coach Gable, of course. Bruce Baumgartner, Cale Sanderson came back for it. We had Barry Weldon, Nate Gallick, Chuck Yagla, Zeke Jones came back.
Oh, wow.
There's all kinds of stuff going on at the museum.
Again, thank you so much for your time, gentlemen. Have a safe trip home, and I can't thank you enough for coming in and making time for us today. It's just been awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, folks, Oscar's Pubs is proud to bring back Pat McGurdy Friday, December 13th, live 8 to 10:30 p.m. It's going to be Oscar's Christmas party, so come help celebrate in style. They're going to have Santa Claus raffle presents for everybody in-house. And if you bring a toy for the Toys for Tots program, you're going to get your first drink free at Oscar's Pub. Once again, that's Friday, December 13th. Pat McCurdy live, Oscar's Pub, 8 to 10:30 p.m.
This is Julian Vandervelde, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
Hey, this is Goose, PA announcer for the Quad City Storm, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
If you're running a business, how much should you invest in retaining your employees? First Midwest Bank has ideas. In today's tight labor market, keeping your employees is more important than ever. A First Midwest banker can help you determine what type of 401k plan to offer. At First Midwest Bank, they're not just bankers, but expert financial advisors. Talk to one today or visit wehaveideas.firstmidwest.com.
I'm just gonna run to the garage!
Oh, wow, are you okay?
We've gotta do something about this floor.
Like Dave's garage? Tailored Living just put in epoxy. Looks great and it's textured.
There's way too much junk in here.
Actually, Tailored Living pulled everything out, put it all back, and got rid of what they didn't want for free.
What are you waiting for?
Right, I'll get them here for an estimate.
No, help me up.
Call Brett today at 309-429-6270. Book your free consultation and choose from a limitless color selection for your garage or basement today.
At Crawford Company, we specialize in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. Sports, on the other hand?
Hey, Crawford guy, go long!
No, I can't.
Here comes the pitch to Crawford guy. Strike three.
Come on, Crawford guy, take the shot.
Sports may not be our specialty, but home comfort is. Crawford Company, plumbing and drain cleaning, heating and air conditioning.
The Circle Tap in Davenport is your place to catch all the action this football season. Kick back on Sundays with $2 cans and enjoy the NFL Sunday Ticket. Plus, make the Circle Tap your home on Saturdays with their college football specials. Get $2 cans and $6 domestic pitchers during all Iowa games. Plus, during every game, enter to win a weekly black and gold cooler gift basket valued at over $100. Enjoy great food, great drinks, and great friends all football season long at the Circle Tap, West Locust Street, Davenport.
Are you ready? Black Friday savings all month long at the McGrath Used Car Superstore of Davenport. Gavin McGrath, I know you're ready.
For everyone in the Quad Cities who's ready to trade, push, pull, or drag it in. Get more for your trade, get more savings all month long.
Black Friday is a McGrath family tradition.
Save more green, trade up now. Over 2,500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from with payments from $167 a month. Save all month on the Quad Cities' best selection of certified used trucks from $10,988. Black Friday pricing on pre-owned Silverados, Sierras, Rams, F-150s from $10,988. Now at the McGrath Used Car Superstore of Davenport.
Even if your trade has high mileage,
push, pull, or drag it in. Payments from $167 a month. Used trucks from $10,988.
What if my credit has a few dents or dings?
All credit applications accepted. Nobody works harder than our credit team to help get you approved.
The McGrath Used Car Superstore of Davenport, 4618 North Brady Street.
Log on McGrathAuto.com.
ESPN 1170 AM is the Quad Cities sports leader and your home of the local sports show. Don't hassle us, we're local.
Listen for a chance to win everything from tickets to free food every time you win and pick up your prize at the ESPN 1170 AM Pepsi ticket window. We'll give you a free Pepsi for the road as well. It's like winning twice. Get more chances to win by downloading the ESPN 1170 AM app or by going to ESPN1170am.com.
From the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studios, this is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBOB, Davenport.
All right, everybody, we're back in studio. I want to remind everybody that interview with Dan Gable can be listened to.
I'll put it up on Podbean after the
Podbean.
show.
Nothing but happy thoughts here in clean language.
I would
Back
put
in the
it
Hassle
back on
Palace.
Podbean, and we do apologize.
And go back and watch on YouTube.
Yeah,
Jay, don't apologize.
It'll be on YouTube as well, so don't worry about that.
In its entirety.
Yeah, we'll put it up there. I'll put something. I need to write something up about the female wrestling anyway. We'll put his response that he had up there about support of it. I mean, that was if any time that happens on Facebook, guys, remember that we're on the app and download the ESPN 1170 app, and you can also listen on your computer, and you can listen on a radio as well. It doesn't
leave the growler.
You don't need to. It doesn't. Just because you can't leave a comment on the Facebook Live doesn't mean that the interview is not going on. It's still going on, and it was an incredible interview. And I could have done it in another hour. And I think he was nice enough. I did not in a million years.
How much time did he give us? He gave us a whole hour. Oh
in a million years, I did not think we were going to go an hour. I'm not kidding you. When I set up the whole thing, it was just a matter of how long do you want it for? And I said whatever he wants to do. I mean, it's just
when you get Dan Gable, you just say 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
We'll take 5 minutes if that's all you can get. I
Yeah.
don't care.
And I want to thank Adam Kaufman for he's the guy that actually set that up. He said, hey, Gable's going to be in town. Maybe it's something you can do. And then I have to thank Dave Morgan from Single Speed who did that. And then Mike Doty for coming in with him as well. And
Morgan, if you're listening.
Yeah. And we get it.
I got Coach Gable coming.
And Mike gave us a nice idea of maybe going up there and doing a show from the Wrestling Museum and get to talk to Jim Miller. And all these names I'm saying for the wrestlers out there, they know these legendary coaches and wrestlers and the names that Dan Gable said as well. So obviously you can tell I'm a little geeked about the whole thing, and that was a lot of fun. And I could have gone.
You didn't fanboy out as bad as I thought you were gonna.
I sweat through it all, and luckily to save me here because I'm starving, we've got our man from French Street Brewery, Adam, who just got in here. What do we have here?
Oh, dude, we got. I'm already digging in. You got some spinach dip.
Well, first things first. Does this mean what I think it means? Are we opening doors?
Close.
Firkin Friday.
Working out the kinks in the kitchen right now.
All right.
We're getting things fired back
This
up.
is test products, Jay. We're the guinea pigs.
Wow.
No, we're good, Troy.
Yeah, what?
Oh, you guys want some of this?
No one wants to listen to you eat. Anyway, Adam, you were on vacation last week. Sorry about that. I knew that too, and then I texted you, and then Mitch texted me, and I'm like, man, I gotta leave him alone.
Oh, no worries. We got it figured out.
Here you go.
What you got over there?
Oh, thanks, buddy.
So yeah, we got an assortment of Front Street appetizers here. We got fried pretzels with beer cheese. We've got spinach artichoke dip with crostinis, and then the wonderful in-house smoked pulled pork nachos.
Oh, you guys wouldn't like these.
Yeah.
And
And what are we drinking?
Just good old Wise Guy Hefeweizen today.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good one.
It was a great call.
Staked its claim on palates around the world.
That's right.
Brewed with noble German yeast.
All right, so
significant banana in club.
We had a full hour of talking wrestling, Dan Gable, but we have to get into the sports, and we would be remiss if we didn't talk about the thing that happened last night on
Thursday.
Thursday
Football
night.
on last night, Jay?
There was some football.
Was it wrestling or football?
I was minding my own business.
It was the last 29 seconds.
Watching the game.
I didn't know there was a tables, ladders, and chairs and helmets brawl going on.
I was like,
what in the hell was that guy thinking?
He wasn't.
I mean, he's out for at least, I'm with Erickson, 6 games, probably more.
Oh, he's suspended indefinitely without pay. So they'll go through, what's the list? The 12 games is the highest by Burfict, right? Vontez Burfict. He got 12 games. Burfict's got like 3 out of the top 5 longest suspensions. And I think it goes 12, 5, 3, 3, and 2. I don't know what you think he's going to get, but he's suspended indefinitely without pay. He's got to meet with them beginning of next year. They're just, is that right? Did I read that right?
Just pushing it till next season.
Why would he swing a helmet? Did he hit him with the helmet?
Yes, he hit him on top of the head. You didn't see this?
He made good contact.
No. Napkins.
No. Here. So
there you go.
Yeah, so they get tangled up.
That's the thing. The angle I saw, I couldn't see if he connected.
So Myles Garrett, it's the end of the fourth quarter. The score's 21-7. There's about 5 seconds left on the clock. They get into Myles Garrett comes in and Mason Rudolph throws a pass, completes it, and they get into a little bit of a pushing. He knocks him down, and they're divisional rivals. I'm not shocked by that. That part I wasn't shocked about. It was after I turned my head for just a second and then saw what I thought was both teams in the end zone on top of each other, and then I had to watch the replay. Myles Garrett gets his helmet off, and there's another guy in between them, and he takes a swing, and he hits him on top of the head. Now, he kind of catches him more where the sides would be coming over your head than it would be the crowd. Mason Rudolph said he was fine. All right.
Did you watch this live? I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. As did I.
And then I turned around and videotaped it and put it on there right away and said, This isn't good. That's all I wrote. This isn't good. I mean, because it's a bad look no matter what. And so I kept watching after that. I watched the post-game press conferences. And Pouncey comes in. If I look at it, watch it again, and I can pull it up if I want to. There is a guy from the Steelers that kicks Cleveland Brown guy that's down.
Yeah.
That doesn't look. Is that Pouncey? That doesn't look.
I think that was Pouncey.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's coming to the aid and rescue of he's protecting his teammate who just got. Okay, he
got hit in the head with the helmet. Another guy comes in and knocks him down from behind.
All right, so he gets hit with the helmet. He turns around to look for a referee, like, what is going on? And then he turns back to the crowd, and then he gets drilled from behind, Mason Rudolph.
Okay.
And then he calls the guy a bitch afterward. Yeah. So.
Yep.
So this is where, I mean,
there is some arguments out there saying that Rudolph was that he started it or that he was to blame for anything. So basically, here's what happened. I'm not telling you what I saw. I'm telling you this is what happened. He threw a pass. It was complete. Just shy of 5 seconds later, he gets tackled still. So that's why he was pissed. He was pissed because it was a late takedown. It wasn't aggressive. He didn't get hit. It wasn't a late hit. It wasn't a penalty at that point. But he's getting tackled 5 seconds after he completed a pass. So he's trying to shove the guy off of him. Like, what are you doing? Get off of me. The play's over. So he's trying to shove the guy off of him. And he makes contact with his opponent's face mask as he's trying to push him off of him while he's on his back and on the ground. Now, that opponent for the Cleveland Browns, Garrett, grabbed Rudolph and tried to shove him back down onto the ground while he's already on his back, and then grabs his face mask, lifts Rudolph up by the face mask, so now your whole neck is jerking, and he's grabbing him, and then he rips his helmet off of him, and then Rudolph gets up, saying, he's trying to get his helmet back. He just has his only protection of his head taken off of his head. And now the guy turns and swings and hits him in the side of the head with his own helmet. At that point, that's when Rudolph turned and looked at the crowd like, what the hell is going on? Mm-hmm. Looking around for a referee, what is going on? And then he gets drilled, then he gets taken to the ground, then his teammates come to his aid, and they take Garrett down. And then they kick him in the head while he's down there trying to punch him. They're trying to get him to stop. So that's the whole thing. It was absolutely insane. A statement released from the Steelers president, Art Rooney II, following the game. As an organization, we are disappointed with what occurred last night near the end of the game against the Cleveland Browns. The actions of the players involved were not something that should be a part of any football game. Our players, coaches, and everyone in the Steelers organization understand that we must always maintain composure no matter what happens. After a hard-fought game between two rivals, it's a shame that the game ended that way. What do you think about that, Jay? What do you think about that little statement from the Steelers president?
What do you mean, that it's a shame that it ended that way?
The Steelers, he's saying, yeah, it's a shame that happened. Like, this is his guy that got taken down, his guy that got hit upside with the helmet. So the Steelers president is saying, yeah, it's a shame that game ended that way and after a hard-fought game.
He's being very PC. Sir.
He's being PC. I want to see what the Browns have to say about that. What do the Browns have to say about that? Because it's their guy.
Baker Mayfield said it was inexcusable.
Sure.
And he's catching flack to people saying he's not being a good teammate.
Baker said, come on, man, I had a decent game.
Freddie Kitchens, yeah. Freddie Kitchens said that he's never seen that before. And that's not the way they're coached. And he doesn't coach penalties, which made me laugh. I mean, really, really made me laugh. Because I believe they might lead the NFL in penalties.
Oh, Patty Mahomes just said, bro, can't believe that just happened.
I was going to write back at Patrick Mahomes, don't bro me if you don't know me.
Oh, man.
But I didn't do that.
So James Harrison says,
interesting.
That's assault at the least. 6 months in jail on the street. Now add the weapon, and that's at least a year, right?
Yeah.
That is assault.
Anger
He hit him with the helmet.
Meme.
That's assault, brother.
That's assault, brother. Touch her boob.
Check this out. I would like checking in with this guy.
Who?
Look, all I know is this. The minute Mason went after the man's helmet with his foot in his groin, it's on. I'm hearing all these announcers saying that Garrett should be suspended. Maybe he should. But when a guy's trying to get your helmet off your head, and that's where it started, with his foot in your groin, it's on. I'm just saying.
Who is that? Who is that?
From
Jay?
a guy who lobbed 2 heads off.
Who is
O.J.
that?
Simpson.
It's OJ. It's OJ. That's last night.
That's insane. That's insane.
If you really
it's
look at it-
on. No, that's football. Sorry.
I don't know. His foot was going towards his groin. I tried to watch his...
He's trying to push the guy off of him that tackled him 5 seconds after he completed a pass. He's trying to push him off of him. Get off me.
I don't think O.J. Simpson's who we need to be going
Hold on,
to.
Now you're gonna.
Yes, we are. I love it.
Because you got bumped in the groin. Now you get to take the guy's helmet off of his head and hit him with it.
You should be wearing a cup anyway.
What? Here, let's see what he... No.
Hey, hello, Twitter world.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm
Knock
just
this
seeing the suspensions that's been handed
minutes
down
ago.
From last night's fiasco.
Fiasco.
It's justified. I agree with it. I think all of those guys should have gotten some type of suspension. But I am baffled by one point. Why is it the guy who initiated all the helmet crap, the guy who, after they were separated and Myles Garrett was being shoved away from him, continued the aggression that led to the additional conflict?
No.
Why isn't his name mentioned in any of the suspensions?
He is going to get suspended. Rudolph's going to get suspended too.
I'm just saying. Take care.
You think Rudolph's going to get suspended too?
I know he will be. They've been saying that the whole time. He's going to get suspended as well.
Why haven't they announced it yet, though? Everyone else has already been announced.
2 hours ago, it said that Rudolph's going to get suspended too.
I tell you what.
So Browns have been fined $250,000. Steelers have been fined $250,000. Myles Garrett suspended indefinitely. Marquise Pouncey suspended 3 games. Ogunjobi is suspended 1 game.
And okay, so Mason Rudolph post game says it was kind of bush league that what he did. He held his ground, but now lawyers for Mason Rudolph aren't ruling anything out.
Kaepernick still doesn't have a job.
Maybe the Steelers will get him.
So do you think? I mean, I don't know. I think the whole thing is crazy, and it's a brutal game. But do you think any type of charges should be filed?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. You took a guy's helmet off of his head and hit him with it. That's a weapon.
Sure. I mean, if
if
he catches him in the temple,
right,
he's done, dude.
Okay. So what have we always said about how dumb it is punching a guy with a helmet on? How dumb that is in football. Going back to Andre Rison. Okay, it's stupid. You punched a guy with a helmet on and a face mask, you're gonna hurt your hand. Like you look like an idiot.
You know what?
Now what he did was he took that helmet off of him. So first of all, he took it off by the face mask, took it off of his head, and then swung it at him. That's no longer your fist hitting a guy with the helmet on. You know what, OJ? You want to call that football? That's football. You guys, tensions flare. You guys get upset and you guys fight a little bit. Yeah, you punch a guy with the helmet on. You have protection on. You have equipment. Okay, that's different. But when you take off the equipment and then hit him in the head with it, that's assault, brother.
It reminds me of like the Happy Gilmore. I was the only guy that tried to take off my
skate and stab a guy with it. Right, that's exactly right.
The most overused Twitter joke last night, and all you have to do is just type in those 4 words. The most overused one, and it was repeated today on Dan Le Batard. If that happened to Tom Brady, Myles Garrett would already be in the electric chair.
Yep.
It's not just one. There's a lot of people.
If that happened to Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady,
It's not like it's a retweet. I mean, people are writing this like it's their own thing. There's a lot of the same joke being used over and over again. Yeah.
So say there's a there's a fight in hockey. Fighting is legal in hockey, correct?
Yeah.
Fighting is legal. Now, say the guy you mentioned the joke.
That's how you use your stick.
Yeah, you mentioned the Happy Gilmore taking off your skate and trying to stab a guy with it. Imagine if the guy took a stick out there and hit a guy with it. What's going to happen in hockey?
You get suspended.
Suspended. Fined. Okay? Charges should be filed when you use your equipment as weapons. Weapon is a key word here. You tried to hit you. He didn't try to. He hit the guy with a helmet.
Here's the deal. And this is overshadowing the fact that Odell Beckham, earlier in the game, is taunting Mike Tomlin.
What do you mean?
Oh.
Well, are we forgetting the hit that he put on the guy that he bled out of his ear? That Myles Garrett did earlier? That was considered a cheap shot also? Guy got taken out of the game, a receiver for the Steelers. He was bleeding out of his ear. Anyway, sorry. What did Odell Beckham Jr. do with Mike Tomlin?
He's walking up to Tomlin, getting right in his face, going,
why?
Because earlier in the year, Tomlin was asked what it was like, what's it going to be like to guard Odell in 2 different games, and Tom's kind of yawned. He's like, okay.
What does he have to do?
Odell felt disrespected. You know what, Odell, go get a new haircut.
He disrespected. It was
Odell, go do something other than be a loudmouth piece of crap.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because what is he? That's annoying as can be. It really does. Because then you just go, if
they played in 2 weeks, by the way.
They do, yeah, and that's the other thing. But yeah, but if we're moving on to Arizona Cardinals. Is that what they wanted to do? It's okay to do that. That's all you have to do when you ask the question.
Yeah.
So that's what you have to do now, or else you're going to get mocked. Yeah, they play in 2 weeks. And let's see. Let's just
how about Odell? How about go out and lead your team in receptions?
Yeah.
Go do something besides just be a mouthpiece.
He had an awesome touchdown catch that was just out of bounds.
Yeah, good for him.
So the NFL, there's no way they flex this game to the Sunday night, right? Oh, there is no Sunday night game that week.
Well, that's Thanksgiving week.
Yeah, it's Thanksgiving weekend. Okay. Well, it is an afternoon. It basically is the last game of the week. The last game of the except for Monday night, the last game of the slate on Sunday.
We're watching that one.
Well, yeah, of course. But I mean, I don't know. They're gonna have to bring in guest referees or whatever else to take care of this. They got to bring in Gable. He'll straighten it out. It is crazy.
I love when there's typos on CBS Sports.
Well, ESPN had one today when they announced their when they announced the suspensions. They said Rudolph was suspended indefinitely.
He's got to maintain his composure. Yeah, you think? Like, they're downplaying all of this. This is a way bigger deal.
Myles Garrett downplayed it. Do you know what he said?
My bad.
Close.
Right. What did he say?
Win's a win, and I don't think this overshadows the win.
Oh, my God.
That's exactly what he said. I don't think this overshadows the win.
Everyone's remembering that Cleveland's
Hey, Miles, you might not be playing ever again in the NFL.
Yeah, I don't.
So, all right. So Erickson's talking here on the Heritage Pub Facebook comment thread here about Burfict used his helmet as a weapon his whole career. Only difference is he kept it on his head. There is a difference. I'm sorry.
I just told you Burfict has 3 of the top 5 suspensions.
Burfict is now kicked out of the league.
That's fine, and I agree with all that. But this is different. You had a helmet on your head. You illegally hit somebody in an aggressive sport, an aggressive game.
It off their head.
Lost the moment.
You pulled it off of his head and used it as a weapon.
Right.
Okay. This isn't just hitting a guy illegally, blindly, defenselessly, whatever else, blindsided, all that. You took a helmet off and hit. This is the Happy Gilmore reference is so it's so correct. I was the only guy that ever took my skate off and tried to stab a guy with it. That's a step away from what we're talking about here. You took a guy's helmet off and you hit him with it.
Yeah, no, Serge, it's insane.
Like the Andre Rison Dion fight back in the day.
That was a cat fight.
Went down in history. This is worse.
That was a cat fight.
That was nothing.
I was wrong to say Myles Garrett was the one that did the hit, but it was Cleveland safety Demarius Randall. He got ejected for the helmet-to-helmet hit on Steelers receiver Deontay Johnson. Again, Freddie Kitchens, you just said we don't coach to penalties. You do. You have no control.
Yeah, you're a terrible coach.
All this guy could have done, seriously, hear me out. Hear me out how viral this would have been differently in a way that we would be laughing if he takes off that helmet and then he sprints around the stadium like he just took off a masked wrestler and holds it up as a trophy. With 4 seconds left, you just beat a divisional rival. You're the Cleveland Browns, and everyone clapping and laughing.
Even Latimer in the program was steroided out of his mind, but when he accidentally took the quarterback's helmet off of him, he didn't hit him with it, and he was roided out. He just held it up and said, "Looks like you lost your bonnet."
But how great would
He
that
just
have
held it in
been?
the air. He didn't hit him with it.
If he just takes it and he runs away and he's like, "Look, I got a trophy."
Right.
And we'd be laughing about it. We'd be like, "Did you see the end of
That
that
would
game?"
be funny.
Yeah.
But he took it to the extreme and hit him with it.
What has Mason
This
Rudolph
is a
ever done to
problem.
anybody? He doesn't look like he can do anything to anyone.
Looks like you lost your bonnet.
Well, and it's
hold it in the air.
Garbage time in a game that you've already won too. It's ridiculous.
Baker Mayfield's over there sitting there thinking about like what style his next mustache is going to be. He just had the best game of his career. Just beat the Steelers.
Freddie
And he's like, "Oh man, I'm totally not going to be in the news for this tomorrow." Freddie Kitchens is an idiot.
Can you? Thank you. Am I the only person that gets upset that this shows like a really poor coaching? This bothers me.
Horrible.
I think this is horrible coaching. I think it reflects on him a lot.
You want to know what Kitchens Belichick said at the end of the game?
I think people get helmet-to-helmet contacts every week. I think Miles wishes he uses composure with 5 seconds left to go in the game.
But that's not what he said. Also, he goes, "I've never seen this before in my life." And he was like, "This is bad. We're gonna have to wait to see what happens." Like he's a little genuine. I mean, we can start it, but that's really dumb with him.
I hope Rudolph's okay. I'm gonna go sleep in my mansion.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
I really do. These are the type of things that get me going. Where I'm like, this is on you. This is a reflection on you. I've seen this in coaching when I used to coach high school. And
Is that why they call you coach?
No one does anymore. But there was a time, there was a meet, and I think I've told you guys the story. There was a tournament where the kid was purposely on a mat trying to hurt one of our kids.
Right.
And we had to, and the match had to actually stop. When the coach came on to argue about stopping it, I told him to sit down. And I said, "This is on you because you don't teach your kids how to wrestle." So, and I was mad that our kid was getting hurt. And then when we shake hands afterwards, the guy grabbed me to shake my hand, and he's like, "Hey, I want to talk to you about what you said." And I said, "Don't ever grab me again like you know me. You don't know me." And then I got in trouble with the athletic director later about my words that I used because I wasn't using good sportsmanship. But my point was that I blame you for not having control. And I know he's an adult, Myles Garrett is, and I know that the safety is too, Demarius Randall. But get control.
His publicist wrote him a very, very nice apology letter here.
Who did? Myles Garrett?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Last night I made a terrible mistake. I lost my cool, and what I did was selfish and unacceptable. I know that we're all responsible for our actions.
I like how you sound like you're mad to read it, like he is.
And I can only prove my true character through my actions moving forward. I want to apologize to Mason Rudolph, my teammates, our entire organization, our fans, and the NFL. I know I have to be accountable for what happened. Learn from my mistake, and I fully intend to do so.
I like you reading that in that southern voice.
Yeah, I know. He went big city lawyer.
Oh, sorry. You reminded me of LeBron returning back to Cleveland, my home here in Akron, in Northeast Ohio.
Let's take a.
I learned, I came, I ran.
Big city lawyer.
Let's take a quick break. We'll do our pick six with Adam Jones from Front Street Brewery.
Miami was like college for me.
I thought you sounded like the guy from Shawshank.
There's a little Morgan Freeman in there.
That's Morgan Freeman reading LeBron's letter.
Andy Dufresne.
Andy
Dufresne.
Basketball was like college.
He just sat there basking in the sun.
Busy living.
He was a tall
busy
drink of
dying.
water.
You should read everything like him from now on.
I can do that.
That's really good.
In Northeast Ohio, basketball was more than just a game to me.
We gotta go to break.
Here we go.
Up at 5268 Utica Ridge Road, there's a bar called Pint. And every Sunday, you can find gentlemen and ladies up there enjoying 250 20-ounce domestic drafts and $3 you call it while they watch the NFL action on the Sunday Ticket, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it.
I want to remind everybody, we are working, right after the show, we're working on going straight up there to get the app to watch the Bettendorf Valley game, so if you guys are interested there.
And there'll be pizza at 5 o'clock, so don't forget.
Friend of the show, Roland, will be calling it for QCSportsNet.com if you're not going to be able to watch it and you want to listen to it live. I am going to be listening to the second half as I travel up to Iowa City, so just a little shout out to them. But 5268 Utica Ridge Road, we'll have Bettendorf versus Valley at 4 o'clock. Free pizza from Vans.
At 5.
It's complimentary.
Yeah. Jay, you're so good looking.
All right, we'll be right back after this break.
This is Tom Kakert from HawkeyeReport.com, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
36-month leases, down and signing RAV4 $29.95, Corolla $25.95, Highlander $39.95, plus first payment on approved credit, no security deposit, excludes tax, license, and 172 dealer fees, 0% on 2019 Highlander and Tundra, ends 12/2/19.
It's an all-out 2019 sellout at Highland Toyota. We're selling out all remaining 2019 Toyotas. Plus, get special low prices and payments on 2020 models. Drive the new 2019 Highland Highlander XLE all-wheel drive. Only $399 a month, or buy with 0 down from Highland Toyota, one of the biggest Highlander dealers. The new 2019 RAV4 LE all-wheel drive, just $219 a month, or buy with 0 down. 0% APR long-term financing available on select models. Drive the all-new redesigned 2020 Corolla LE, only $159 a month, or buy with 0 down. The all-out 2019 sellout is going on now at Highland Toyota on John Deere Road and 53rd Street in Moline, or HighlandToyota.com.
The Circle Tap in Davenport is your place to catch all the action this football season. Kick back on Sundays with $2 cans and enjoy the NFL Sunday Ticket. Plus, make the Circle Tap your home on Saturdays with their college football specials. Get $2 cans and $6 domestic pitchers during all Iowa games. Plus, during every game, enter to win a weekly black and gold cooler gift basket valued at over $100. Enjoy great food, great drinks, and great friends all football season long at the Circle Tap, West Locust Street, Davenport.
If you're running a business, how much should you invest in retaining your employees? First Midwest Bank has ideas. In today's tight labor market, keeping your employees is more important than ever. A First Midwest banker can help you determine what type of 401k plan to offer. At First Midwest Bank, they're not just bankers, but expert financial advisors. Talk to one today or visit wehaveideas.firstmidwest.com. In business, is it better to build your way to growth or buy your way? First Midwest Bank has ideas. It's a critical decision and different for every company. A First Midwest commercial banker can help you weigh your options, because at First Midwest, they're not just bankers, but expert financial advisors. Talk to one today or visit wehaveideas.firstmidwest.com. M&A momentum, strategic momentum, business momentum. First Midwest Bank.
At a time of personal loss, we each express our feeling in our own way. Whelan Presley Funeral Homes and Crematory recognize that no one service is right for everyone. That's why we offer various options for the most appropriate service, the most fitting farewell, and personalized attention to detail. Whelan Presley Funeral Homes and Crematory, Rock Island, Milan, Reynolds, and the Knox Chapel.
No matter what time of year, the hottest sports takes are heard right here. This is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
All right, everybody. We're back here in the Hassle Castle, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, the Locals. Whatever, I can't even talk, man. Brought to you by Morgan Freeman.
I'd like to think the last thing that ever went through his head, other than that bullet, was to wonder how the hell Rudolph got the best of him.
Why is Rudolph going to get suspended?
I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Because he was involved in the altercation. I'm not saying that he should or shouldn't get suspended.
According to OJ, I mean, he started the whole thing.
He started the whole thing by getting tackled.
Well,
5 seconds after he threw the pass, he started it. You started it, Jay.
As of yesterday, 11 teams have committed to attend Colin Kaepernick's workout on Saturday. The Browns, the Broncos, the Buccaneers, the Cardinals, the Dolphins, Falcons, Giants, Jets, Lions, Patriots, and Redskins.
All the Browns are they're just throw helmets at him.
How about we just add, if Mason Rudolph is out, we should probably add the Steelers to maybe go to that workout. So the workout's happening. It's happening tomorrow. We kind of were asking about like what we thought about it. The more I keep hearing about it and listening to Mike Lombardi speak about it, this really doesn't make much sense, this tryout. There's no real decision makers going to be there.
They're just going to relay information. Yeah, he looked good.
They have all the scouting report they want. They have tape on him for 3 years or whatever else. They have it from 3 years ago, his last game.
No, that's not the point. I disagree with you.
But the real decision makers won't be there. They'll be in the hotels on either.
Right.
So
they're going to get footage. They're going to get everything they need to, stats on how he did on completions, how fast he is, how in shape he is.
Oh, by the way, this is run by Hugh Jackson, by the way. This whole drill, this whole workout is. So, no, but you have, so it's video. You're not there, though, to talk to him. The decision makers will not be there. This is weird. The fact that they made it a Saturday, not a Tuesday. It's usually a Tuesday.
This is 50-50 combine/publicity stunt.
I can't believe this thing isn't going to be on like the NFL Network. Like they haven't tried to already said this yet.
So initially, Kaepernick's camp said that he was going to be informed of what teams are going to be there and what teams are not. And now the NFL has said they're not going to tell him what teams are there.
Yeah.
So he doesn't even know what teams are going to be there and what teams are not.
The entire time,
basically, Kaepernick doesn't know any more than you or I know on who is going to be there and who is not.
Here's the NFL wants to separate themselves from this any discussion whatsoever. Okay, not in a bad way. Not the whole kneeling thing. This is what.
Yeah, you don't want to have a negative reputation on the NFL.
No, the NFL is saying this. So when his agents came out after the whole thing was a couple months ago, but well after they had decided to drop the suit and everything. And they said that he has been working out and people are asking about him, but they went down this laundry list. And the NFL is saying the only thing they didn't do is when they got contacted by teams, they said, yeah, go talk to him. And then the agents from Colin Kaepernick would be like, who's calling? And they're like, we're not telling you. It's not. We tell them to call you.
Right.
Because so basically what the NFL said, and this is from Mike Lombardi. Let's do it on GM Street. He's one of the smartest guys that does the NFL. And he said that he's like, this is just their way of being like, if you want to go, go. Now you know the teams that are calling or that are interested in you. Stop bothering us for it. And if it works out, it works out. I don't think they care anymore if he gets signed. I don't care if he gets signed. I mean,
young punk, Mr. Rock and Roll, cocky as hell. I liked him immediately.
I don't know if that's it. Yeah. So it doesn't. I don't know. But yeah, like you said, the NFL, like, they don't want a bad thing. And it was pointed out last night, too. Everyone's saying this is the worst thing ever, this is blah, blah, blah. But yet the news network's just showing it over and over again. So, all right, we got to do our NCAA and NFL Pick 6 for the week. So, are you ready, T-Roy?
I was born ready.
Morning.
All right. Do you have your quiz?
Do you know baby owls look like aliens?
No. I don't know. How do we know what an alien looks like?
I don't know, Jay, by the
Just
descriptions.
because you've seen a drawing on South History?
Yeah, it looks like the drawings, Jay.
We don't know what an alien looks like.
Well, a baby owl looks like that.
T-Roy, why don't you fix our cameras here while Jay gets us all set up for this?
What's wrong with
What's
the cameras?
wrong with the cameras?
Are you frozen?
No, we're not frozen. It just went black.
Oh.
Oh, it didn't.
Great.
Okay, I'm not watching.
Well, it's not black here.
Maybe it's your...
Here. Take you out of it. How do you like that?
Great. Turn my mic off.
It didn't work either.
Super technical T-Roy Friday.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Hey,
All right,
you got
NCAA
nachos in
Pick
front of me.
6.
What am I supposed to be doing?
All right. Adam, share a sheet with Adam. We got NCAA Pick 6. We got the NFL Pick 6. We're going to look at every team. This is brought to you by Elite Sportsbook at Draft Day Lounge and the Rhythm City Casino. So if you haven't yet, go to the Elite Sportsbook, and you can go in and you can place bets, and hopefully you do as well as we did.
By the way, last time, you were really good.
It did turn out all right.
Yeah, you were better than everybody.
The first game on the docket, number 2, Ohio State at Rutgers. This is the largest line in the history of gambling in a conference game. The largest line. Not the largest line, non-conference. The largest in-conference game of all time. 52.5 at Rutgers. No Chase Young for Ohio State.
Oh, okay. So it's going to go to 52?
Yeah, that's going to make a difference. So,
well, I mean, we're guessing 73-0, right?
I'm distracted. Dr. Dorf sent me another message.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm guessing that this is 49-0 by halftime.
Okay.
So I'm going to give up the 52.5. And
no way they score more than 48.5.
I'm giving up the 52.5, and I feel good.
Final score is 64-3.
Something like that. I have 60s and a 1 score, either a touchdown or a field goal.
Field goal. They're not going to give up a touchdown.
Yeah, so I feel good about
85-0.
85-0.
Wow.
Write it down.
80?
85.
All right, T-Roy. We haven't played this game in a while.
Yep.
Well, 85.
Ohio State minus 65.
Okay.
Ohio State minus 69.
Okay.
Ohio State minus 74.
Okay.
Ohio State minus 77.
Okay.
Yeah, you're still going to keep going.
Ohio State minus 79.
Okay.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Ohio State minus 81.
Okay.
Ohio State minus
84.
84.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's where we're getting at here.
I know. I'm going to push him, Jay.
I like it. Sorry.
Hey, just let it happen.
Yeah.
Ohio State minus 86.
Okay.
Oh.
Ohio State
you're now at 12 touchdowns.
88.
Okay.
Oh,
you're at
Ohio State minus 90.
No,
that's it.
No way.
So you're going 88? What about 89?
I'll go 90. That's it, though.
90. Ohio State minus 90.
There's no way that's going to happen.
Okay.
No way.
I'll bet you a Skywalker.
Adam.
Right.
Adam, what do you think?
I got Rutgers plus 90.
Come on, Buckeyes.
Come on.
Remember when Rutgers disrespected you?
Wow.
Dr. Dorf, I love Snow Angels too.
I do too. I want to see it. All right. Is anybody taking Rutgers on this?
No.
Jay, can I get a hell yeah?
No. No one's taking Rutgers plus 52.5.
Yeah. I said, give me a hell yeah.
All right, next game.
Georgia. Oh, Georgia.
Georgia
It's
at Auburn. Number 5, Georgia. They're -3 at Auburn. This can just start to throw the wrench in everything. If Auburn manages to beat Georgia, Alabama starts getting their foot in the door for the college football playoffs. So,
well, Alabama will have their foot.
It's one of the few times Alabama's going to be cheering for Auburn. Georgia -3 at number 13 Auburn. Where you at?
I like Auburn. I'll take the home dog. I think they win this outright.
Ooh,
it's been a while. Bo
really?
Nix, you haven't heard Bo Nix's name in a while. Kirby Smart, I don't have faith in him, but I don't really think they like Gus Malzahn down at Auburn anymore either. But I'm going with you where I'm taking the home dog as well.
All right.
I am taking Georgia -3.
Okay.
Adam?
I'm going to go with Serge. Take Georgia.
All right. Split on that one.
I think Georgia's going to win.
The Rock
They're not
says
going to win by
he's
1.
going to make your Rudy Poo candy ass famous.
Love that. All right.
Next game.
We got the Badgers of Wisconsin at the Huskers of Nebraska.
Did you watch those two guys in a bar do the high school football one? You know the one, the local
You
bars?
Betcha.
Yeah, now they do a high school football one, Rapids versus Middleton. It's pretty good. Just reminds me of that, the Wisconsin one.
So I was referencing that yesterday.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They yelled down the bar to just make a joke. I was like, "Oh, hey, Jason's here. Looks like your wife let you off the leash."
Yeah.
And the guy just stared at me. And they go, "Sir, do you know him?" I'm like, "No." The guy goes like, Well, my name's Jason. Yeah.
Hey, see, there's 2 sips of your beer gone. Want to put nibble on it? Good one.
Some homemade beef jerky here.
Oh, he's drinking one of those ciders, huh?
You want a hard cider or soft?
Might as well give him water.
Soft cider. He wants a soft cider for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Wisconsin -14 at Nebraska.
Wisconsin -100.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, I might go on that high. I'll take Wisconsin for sure in this. Nebraska has nothing to offer.
Yeah, Wisconsin for me.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Jay.
Do we get a hell yeah, Jay?
Yeah, I'm giving up the points. I haven't been a big Scott Frost guy all year long, and so I don't see anything what they're doing now.
All right. Next on the docket, Indiana travels to Penn State.
First time they've been ranked in quite a while, Indiana.
Number 24.
Number 24. At Penn State, -14.5. Penn State off the loss off of Minnesota. They're at home. Yeah, Indiana's good. They're decent. They're worth their 24. They had their time in the sun. But Franklin's been really weird against the spread this year. You know what? I'm sorry. I'll take the 14.5.
You're going to take Indiana?
Yeah, Franklin has been opposite Franklin this year. Usually Franklin loves to run up the score and
you got a dart in your neck, man. You're crazy.
I like you. Real crazy.
I like you. You're crazy.
I'm going to take the points, 14.5.
I'll take Penn State because I got a freaking dart in my neck.
Get a dart in your neck, man.
All right. Adam?
I got to go a little Homer roots. I'll take Indiana in the points.
Wow. Crazy.
And Serge, obviously.
Dude, Penn State. You guys are nuts.
All right. Number 22.
Have you guys watched them this year?
The next 2 lines don't really make much sense to me.
No, they don't.
Number 22, Texas is in Ames.
Iowa State's favorite.
By 6.5.
All right, great. I'll take Texas.
And this is what we kind of talked about
Wait,
yesterday.
Why did we go on Indiana, Penn State? Who took Penn State?
Me.
Yeah, and Adam. No, Adam took Indiana.
Me and you, T, right?
Yeah.
Didn't you take Penn State?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
All right.
Me and you versus the crazy
But
ding
there's problems. Texas probably shouldn't be ranked this high, but it's because of their name. But Iowa State's 6.5. At home, they're better. I don't know if they're 6.5 points better.
6.5.
I'm going to take the points. I'm going to take Texas in the points.
All right, I'm taking Texas plus 6.5. So am I. Absolutely.
Adam?
I'll go Iowa State, man.
Yeah, I'm going with Adam.
Wow.
All right. And then finally, Minnesota, number 7.
We're all really excited for this last one.
Number 7, Minnesota, at number 23, Iowa. Iowa is -3.
Why?
How are we favored in this game? These guys are ranked 5th in the nation or 7th or whatever they are. They're undefeated. We're favored?
Uh-huh.
I mean, good.
Well,
God.
Iowa's still ranked too somehow.
I get it, but
how's Iowa still ranked? How is Iowa still in the top 25?
How are we not the underdog in this game?
Whatever, man. I'm taking Iowa.
You're damn right I'm taking Iowa.
This is the time of year when we just wreck other people's seasons.
Hey, not only am I taking Iowa, I'm calling it 31-28 Hawkeyes.
Want to know what I'm saying here? I'm not sorry. What I'm not gonna say. It's a Kinnick though. Cool, bro. But it's a Kinnick. Kinnick's a tough place to play.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are dumb.
They covered. I think they
Minnesota. I'm sorry.
I think it was like 27. I think it was like 27-22 in the Cody Hill Sims. Iowa covered spread.
I was gonna get waxed by 14.
I say they push, but I'm still taking Iowa.
We're going to be fired up to keep Floyd of Rosedale home.
See, I like where your head's at.
I was gonna
squeal like a pig,
I was
boy.
angry. I was gonna be pumped up for this game. Yeah, because they don't get pumped up for any other game.
The Hawks?
Yeah.
You guys are crazy.
All right. Now the NFL. Pick 6. Week 11.
Oh, this sucks.
What does? First one out of the gate?
All of it.
All of it. God, dude. Calm down.
Man.
I don't like any of these. These are tough.
All right. The Broncos at the Vikings. The Vikings are -10.5.
I'm going to take the Broncos, Jay. Give me the points.
I second that.
Do you need some...
No, I don't need it on this one. I can tell, but that's way too many points by the tier situation. I can tell you that right now. So I have to take the 10.5. That's way too many points. The NFL's proven that this year.
Adam?
Broncos. I'll take the points.
Serge?
Jay?
I'm taking the points. Serge?
Vikings minus 10.5. Minnesota's the real deal. You heard it here first. The Broncos are not.
Wild card. The Wildcat.
You're crazy. I like you, but you're crazy.
All right.
Jays Texans travel to the Ravens to get a beatdown of epic proportions. Ravens are favored by 4.5. It's going to be a lot more than that. Give me the Ravens.
The 2016 Heisman winner, Lamar Jackson, and the 2016 Heisman finalist, but he did win the Heisman Trophy in 2015, will face off for the first time since October 1st, 2016, when Watson and number 1 Clemson beat Jackson and number 21 Louisville 42-36. This should have all eyes on it. It's going to be a fun game. I'm taking Texans in the points. What's that? I know by the tier system that's how it works.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, I can tell you right now. What tier is the Texans in?
3.
And what tier is the Ravens in?
1.
Yeah, that's too many points.
Okay.
Yeah, the Ravens are only better by 3 points.
This is where your tier system gets shattered.
You have 2 tiers. 2 tiers in a bucket. Don't.
Surge is taking the Ravens.
I'm taking the Ravens, man. Lamar.
I'll go Houston.
Oh, man. This is the Lamar and the Jackson 11 here. They're going to crush Houston.
Lamar and the Jackson 11.
Like that?
Yeah. That's got to stick somewhere. All right.
The Saints coming off a disappointing loss to the J Money's Falcons. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, the Buccaneers show up, Jay.
Arr. Are you kidding me?
The Saints are -6 in this game. Jaybird, what do you think?
Give me the tiers real quick.
Saints are in tier 2 now.
Yeah.
The
tiers?
Bucks are in 6.
It doesn't work out. Tier 2, the home because of the home field. It doesn't work out at all. But I'm gonna have to take the points. But I just feel like Sean Payton's really, really angry, and he's gonna take it out on Tampa Bay. So I am, but I'm following the system.
You're taking the Bucks.
I'm taking the Bucks.
Adam,
I think Saints will handle business on the road.
Sergi,
Saints all day.
and T-Roy is with Jaybird with the Bucks.
Why?
They don't get blown out. They always play him tough.
7's not blown out.
They're gonna
At
keep
home.
it tight. At home. I think they have to keep it tight.
They're going to be really pumped up to play in front of their home crowd.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are. All right.
Yeah, what you said.
Patriots -3.5 at Philadelphia.
Ooh, man. This one is odd to me. Both of them coming off a bye. I'm sorry. I'm taking the Eagles, Eric Miller.
Wow.
I'm taking the Eagles plus the points. I think the Patriots win by 3, but not 3.5.
Adam?
Yeah, give me Philly too.
Make it 3 for 3. I'm taking Philly.
Have you guys learned nothing? Have you learned nothing?
3 for 3. I'm taking
Serge
Philly.
taking the Patriots.
Duh!
Serge is to move on with Patriots.
Hey.
We're moving on to you.
You guys bet against Tom Brady. See how well that works out for you?
Okay.
He's
All
washed.
right.
He's totally washed up.
He is.
Having Tom Brady being an electric chair. Oh, I just wrote that tweet.
All right. Sergi's Bears at Dennis Sakarn's Rams. Jim Moomey's Rams as well.
I'm sorry. I'll jump right in here.
Rams -6.5.
Yeah, it doesn't
Serge,
move the needle for me.
Hi.
what do you think?
You're going to need another nacho.
Well, what do you think about the game then?
I'm sitting here grilling you.
Where the Rams at? I think that might be too much.
The Rams are in tier
Too much.
4.
Give me the Bears on points. Too much.
Bears are in tier 5.
I'm
So
worried
Jay's
about
taking the Bears.
I'm worried about Montgomery. I know he's a game time decision. And good for him. I'm glad he's leading the team in rushing. But
Jay's taking the Bears. Adam,
Yep.
who are you taking?
Rams.
Rams for Adam. Sergey,
What?
we taking?
You're making me pick.
Well, you don't have to.
Who'd you guys pick?
Bears.
I took the Rams.
Adam, what'd you do?
Rams.
I did Rams.
Chose the Bears. Bear down.
All right, Bears to cover but not to win.
Yeah.
So, okay, not in front of their home crowd.
Yeah.
They're on the road.
Oh, that's a home crowd.
But Khalil is going to be pissed off. I'm not saying he's not every time. I'm not saying it's cliche. He's going to be really amped up for this one. He just got called out by like 3 former Chicago Bears on being irrelevant the last 5 games. I think Khalil's going to have an awesome game.
Oh, what? Tom Waddle?
No, Dan Hampton.
Why does Dan
Hampton? Okay, Tom Waddle.
I mean,
don't you knock Waddle? You are Tom Waddle. You are the most Tom Waddle I've ever met.
He's not off at all.
Come on. Tom Waddle. Yeah, Tom Waddle.
Well, I mean, he doesn't gonna say anything about Khalil Mack. I know my role.
No, but they're talking. I know my role. No, but they're like speaking realistically. They're not far off. But to call him out is what's disrespectful. To say that he's been irrelevant, he had 1 sack how many games ago? Okay, this guy's got the weight of the world on his shoulders right now. His offense sucks.
Double and triple teamed, and he's on the field.
Teamed.
On the field 34% of the, or 75% of the time.
Yeah. You think his former team doesn't know how to guard him and defend him? That's crazy, man. So I thought that was a pretty low blow for 3 former Chicago Bears players. Yeah, it's easy to say when you're not playing the damn game anymore, Hampton. I love you, 99, but shut up.
Oh, there you have it.
All right,
last game, Monday night. The Chiefs are at the Chargers.
Bro Mahomes.
Oh, man.
-3.5 at the Chargers. Chiefs are in what tier?
Chiefs are in tier 3.
This is tough, too.
Chargers, tier 5.
3-5 at home. Oh, boy. Nope, give me the home dogs.
I'm with Jay. Give me the Chargers.
I'm taking the
as
Chargers
well.
plus the 3.5.
Adam?
Nope, not enough. Give me the Chiefs.
Uh-oh.
This Chiefs team has no defense. And he's gonna. He threw for almost 500 yards in a losing effort last week, right? All right.
Don't worry about it.
All right. Okay.
I might have predicted that your Colts were false. I don't know.
Hey,
I brought food.
Just teasing.
What do we have? All right.
Still in our division.
Chiefs,
I know.
You get Chargers, Serge?
I'm going with UNT right here. Chargers.
Yeah. All right.
It's the first one I agreed with you guys on all day long. You guys are pretty smart. I like that.
Thanks. And we only had one of all of these that we all agreed on, and that was Ohio State. That was it.
Well, you know what?
Not my fault. You guys are wrong.
That's true. Well,
I mean, I agreed with you on a lot of other ones, Serge.
Jaybird, is the Bettendorf game on 8.3?
No.
No, it's not.
No, we all took Wisconsin.
It'll be on MC22. So if you have MediaCom, you can watch it, but you can get it on the app on your Android TVs or your Amazon Fire or your Roku. We're going to be heading up to Pints right after this to download those apps, put it on 2 of our smart TVs.
I got to do some load management when I get there, too.
Boy. God, I just, I thought about that today, how I said it's been this long, how it took you this long to make a joke about it.
I had to wait until I had to do a management situation, Jay.
But we can all agree on how excited we are about Friendly Brewery and their food.
Yes.
And how we're going to get this together. Even though we only get on 2 games.
It's officially open, but it's really close.
We want to thank Adam for bringing in this delicious Hefeweizen. It was great. And again, it was a fun day today and a good way to end it. Good luck to the Bettendorf Bulldogs against West Des Moines Valley. And good luck to Colin Kaepernick. He's got 11 teams, possibly 12 if Mason Rudolph gets. And then he's got the entire XFL waiting for him. I don't know what he's doing. Same thing with Myles Garrett. Hey, man, just go join the XFL.
Yeah.
He could be
same thing.
He could be a New York Guardian in a heartbeat.
Exactly. I don't even know their names. Good for you, Serge. He could be a New York Guardian. See,
Serge is totally going to be the Shefty of the XFL.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the NFL.
I have no idea to this day what those 2 Italian ladies were singing about. Truth is, I don't want to know. I would like to think they were singing about something that was so beautiful it can't be expressed in words.
I don't even know
what make your heart ache because of it. I tell you, this voice soared higher and farther than anyone in a great place dares to dream. It's like some beautiful bird flapped into our drab little cage and made these walls dissolve away.
For the briefest moment, every last man in Shawshank felt free.
And just like that.
Kind words, Serge.
Yeah. And just like that, it's going to end our week here in the Hassle Castle.
And on a sour note, man, Days of Our Lives, dude.
Oh, that's not for real.
Oh, yeah, dude.
What?
That is not for real. I can
done,
waste
dude.
30 seconds.
What are
Might
the
be.
to the other
Yeah,
guys.
T-Ray, The Rock died too yesterday. I have seen internet
this
hoaxes.
is real.
They sent everybody home, but they still have like 3 years worth of stuff like taped up.
Oh.
I don't know.
Is Marlena still possessed?
I think so. I
No.
think she's a panther or a sex panther. I don't know.
Yeah,
she's a sex panther.
Yeah.
All right. That's a great one.
All right, thanks guys for hanging out today, and thanks to Coach Dan Gable and Mike Doty. You guys have a hassle-free weekend. Enjoy yourselves, Quad Cities. Hey, you can follow me on ESPN 1170. I'll be at Iowa versus Oral Roberts tonight, and then tomorrow
I knew a girl that went to Oral Roberts.
I bet you did.
I bet you did.
Wasn't a Boy Scout, ate a brownie
Sitting on
once.
that one for a while, haven't you? All right, I'll be at Iowa, Minnesota tomorrow. You guys take care.